Sebastian from the Brooklyn Community Recovery Center Phoenix House.
Hi, Sebastian. Welcome.
Hey, welcome. I mean, I said welcome. Thank you.
Okay, it's okay. I know what you mean.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Is this your first time joining us?
No, this is my third time. I know this is
Third
the
time.
first time
Okay.
we are on Zoom. We permanently Zoom now. I got from the email, right? Yeah. Before I was doing it in person. I'm the one that do the Narcan training for the Brooklyn Recovery Community Center Phoenix House.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. So I'm gonna try my best to clarify about the in-person and hybrid and all that stuff when we
Yeah.
get to that section.
Okay.
But thank you. Thank you for hopping on again today.
Thank you for inviting. I could have been anywhere in the world, but I'm here. This is the best place to be.
All right.
All right.
Apologies, I have to jump off to another meeting. My name is Tamara Lucius, sorry, program coordinator at the Mayor's Office on Domestic and Gender-Based Violence. I just dropped my information in the chat. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me via email.
Okay. Thank you for joining us. Hi, Natasha. Okay, everyone, we're gonna get started. Welcome
Hold on
again.
1 second, Lamecca, I'm coming.
Natasha, we're gonna get started. Thank you, everyone,
Sorry.
for
Hi,
joining.
everybody. It's Natasha from the East Flatbush Family Enrichment Center.
Thank you.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. It's okay. Thank you for joining, everyone. Welcome to our monthly meeting. We are excited and grateful that you all are here with us again today. I'm going to share our agenda and we're going to jump into things, and we definitely will leave time at the end for any of you that would like to introduce yourself or share about your program. Definitely will provide time for that towards the end. Okay, so we have two organizations presenting today. We have Reed Goldberg. Actually, I think Sarah is going to be joining in her place instead for Sanctuary for Families. And then we also have Melissa Clark and Yania Rivera Camacho from Canva. And the portion where it reads, "We need your feedback," we actually have a partnership survey that I would like for you all to complete during this meeting. And then we're going to have our program updates and closing remarks. Okay, so as usual, definitely feel free to introduce yourself in the chat. We'd love to know where you're representing, your organization, your contact information. We do record all of our meetings, and the meeting minutes will be shared as well. And you'll receive any presentations that our partners will send to us. We'll share them out to you as well. Okay, so with that said, Edlin, take it away.
Hello, everyone. My name is Edeline, and we will be discussing the East Flatbush Community Partnership update. As you all know, our weekly newsletter. If you want to sign in, send event supplies to Reed at Cindy at JCCA New York, NewYork.org. So we will be discussing our upcoming monthly meetings. So for the month of July and August, it will be virtual. And in September and beyond, we will continue as hybrid. Okay, for our East Flatbush Community Resident Liaison, we are currently looking for new liaisons to join our new cohort that should be starting soon. So if you are interested and you reside in one of the following zip codes that's listed, apply today. Also, our virtual open doors, always the second Thursday of each month at 7 p.m. This is the opportunity we give our residents to discuss or bring any awareness within their communities. So if this is something that you are interested in, this is very informative. So it's always the second Thursday of each month. Please join and just bring in any awareness that you would like, and we could discuss it. Next up, which is a general monthly meeting that we are doing as we speak. It's always the fourth Thursday of each month from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Also, we are ongoing with assisting community residents with utility bills. So if you are behind, you know, your utility bill or backed up, we are able to assist families who fall behind their utility bills. So if you are interested in applying for this aid, it could just be found in this flyer attached. So you could just, you know, apply. Last but not least, our East Flatbush website. This is the website. So if you want to tune in, log in, this is the website right here.
Thanks, Edlin. Cindy, you're up.
Hello, everyone. Cindy Reed here with the partnership, East Flatbush. We were busy in June, I would say. So anyway, at the end of May, we, in collaboration with Sesame Flyers, we hosted a free prom giveaway dress at the Sesame Flyers location. So here are some photos from the event. It was all exciting and pretty dresses. On June 4th and June 11th, in collaboration with Sesame Flyers and Seeds in the Middle, we also hosted a free fresh produce giveaway. And during that giveaway, there was a healthy cooking demo. I believe the first night they made a vegetable pasta, and the second night was a spring roll. It was interesting, but but it was a great event there, just, you know, giving out the produce, resources, and just connecting with the community. On June 1st, we hosted our second Men's Street Appreciation, A Day for Our Kings. The first one was hosted in Bed-Stuy with our partners there. But on that day here, we celebrated Kai Pierre, whose last day was that day with us, just sending him off well. And you hear some pictures with the free haircuts that was given out and connecting men to resources. It was a good day. It was really nice. The little boy, I don't mean to call him a little boy, I mean future kid. In the corner on the right, he won this free, what was it, Lameka? It was a signed photograph by a professional basketball player. I don't know the basketball player, so forgive me, but it was really nice to see his face and with that. I couldn't find the picture of it, but it was a nice day, just celebrating our men in the community.
Yes, and he was so excited. Cindy missed it when she gave him the signed autograph document. He literally like did a flip on the wall. It was so cool.
Okay, on June 15th, in collaboration with Brooklyn Level Up and Rugby's Branch Public Library, Brooklyn Level Up facilitated a workshop on civic engagement for our Heard at Home community conversations meeting. So here are some a couple of photos from that day. The room was full, and it was very engaging and fun. And on June 22nd, our most recent event, we hosted in collaboration with Brooklyn Level Up, Live Well Pharmacies, Always Fit for Life, Loving Kindness, Seeds in the Middle, the Rasper Community Services, and Fit Play Mama. We hosted Health Fusion and Nature Wellness Expo, which included a healthy eating demo, free massages, a dance fitness, exercise, and Pilates. It was a real fun day, exciting. We're continuing tomorrow on Fridays, which we've been hosting from May to this month, the Farmers Market in collaboration with Seeds in the Middle, the Flatbush YMCA, and the East Flatbush Family Enrichment Center. So we encourage families to take advantage of that, which is happening tomorrow between 2 and 5, where there'll be free produce for purchases, and there are some perks based on the purchase that you make for those who are come out and participate. EBT and SNAP and Venmo and a lot of forms of payment is accepted there, and the prices are very reasonable as well. I'm not sure if they're doing, I think they're doing ices tomorrow, where if you make a purchase, you receive a free icy. And it's a good icy because they crush the ice and then they squeeze fresh orange juice and pour it on the icy. That's pretty good. So yeah, hopefully you can join us to share the flyer. And we just encourage residents, please type your name and email address and let us know that you're a resident joining us today in the chat. And service providers, please type your name and email address and organization in the chat as well. Also introducing yourself. Thank you.
Thanks, Cindy. Okay, Edelyn.
So we will be starting off with our first presenter. Name is Reed Goldberg. I'm Senior Economic Empowerment Program Specialist at the Sanctuary for Families.
Thank you. Reed, is Natasha here or you're gonna present today? I'm sorry, is Sarah here?
Sarah should be here in a moment.
Okay,
She was coming at 3:20. I can get things started since
okay.
we're a little early. I'll just talk a little bit about the organization and what we do.
Thank you so much. Would you like to share your screen?
As I go over just our organization, I'll do no shared screen, but
Okay.
eventually we will when we start the
Perfect.
presentation.
Thank you.
Of course, very happy to be here. Thank you everyone for having me, and Sarah eventually will come. I work at Sanctuary for Families, which is a nonprofit that serves survivors of interpersonal violence and sex trafficking and their families. So our organization overall has a couple of different things that we do. We have a legal department, we have a clinical department, we have shelters across the city, and we also have what I'm part of, which is the Economic Empowerment Program / department. The goal of all of our work, the goal of our department is to help survivors obtain and maintain living wage work. So we want to help clients through several programs that we offer. One primary program that we'll go over, move from living wage work that might have a salary cap or minimum wage work into something that is more sustainable and also has a projected growth. So not being stuck at minimum wage, having a trajectory. So Sarah is here.
Yeah, she just joined in.
Okay, great.
Okay, Sarah, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Would you like to share your screen?
Yes, I will.
Okay, thank you so much. I'm gonna allow you to share.
Thank you.
Okay.
I just gave a little rundown of what Sanctuary is.
Fabulous. Great time. Here we go. And portion. Alrighty, since Reed's already handled kind of like an overview of what Sanctuary offers, we can jump into our internship program. So as part of the work of the economic empowerment programs at Sanctuary, we know that several of our clients face the common challenge of trying to apply for jobs that in job description will say that experience is needed, but in order for them to get the experience, they need to get the job. So the way around it that we've devised is to design an internship program that allows for no cost placement to the host organization for our clients, where they can build the practical skills necessary to qualify for the types of jobs that they eventually would like to be paid for in full. So the way that we work this out is that through the work in our program, clients get an experience and are able to engage with an overview of the process of professional development and an opportunity to assess and address any skills gaps that they have. After they do that with us, they have an opportunity to gain Microsoft Office certifications in Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, given that Microsoft Office is one of the most popular professional platforms with respect to office technology. with us as well, in their phase 2, or what we call their phase 2, we're supporting the development of soft and hard skills, an opportunity for them to hone their presentation and application materials, so resume and cover letters. They're identifying a career track. And then in their third phase of work with us, they are also engaging in like college level career specific curriculum focused on whatever their chosen career track is. So say for instance, we had an individual that we were working with that was interested in pursuing a career in nonprofit administration. We would have, we've designed a class with BMCC that clients are able to participate, focused on that career track. They, come out of that training with, the lexicon that you would find in nonprofits, an understanding of the purpose of nonprofits, and, kind of like the intricacies of administering and doing mission-driven work. So it gives them a knowledge base that allows them to inform practical success in the career track of their choice in phase 3. So the interns that we would be connecting to any host organization is a participant that's coming with this stuff already banked. And they're bringing all of that value to the host organization. Again, at no cost of the host organization for the most part, unless it's affordable. The sanctuary covers the cost of an educational stipend while the clients are working with us in programming from phase 1 all the way up until up until the internship phase. So you have an individual who's likely very highly trained, thoroughly vetted because they've been working with our program for about 4 months, as well as someone who has maximized their qualifications with respect to administrative work. And then at no cost to you, and with you providing an opportunity to not just allow the client to build skills that they need in order to qualify for jobs outside of the internship, but it also allows you an opportunity to observe how somebody works, whether they're a fit firsthand in the event that you did want to kind of leverage this opportunity to do a bit of like a temp to perm type thing, where you could have an individual working with you. You can see how they work, whether they will work, will they be a fit in advance of having to pay them as a staff member. Now, we do ask some things of the receiving organization or the host organization. One, that the internship be organized in such a way that you can outline assigned tasks and provide a brief job description. It doesn't have to be something as in-depth as you might post online if you were searching for a candidate in the open market. But it does have to identify some of the jobs and tasks that you would be assigning an intern if you were to take one on. We do request that a staff member at the host organization provide regular supervision, just guidance around how tasks should be completed, when tasks should be completed, and an opportunity to offer feedback to the intern and to us as a sponsoring organization around how the intern is doing at their placement. And then meaningful work. And meaningful work is a broad term. I tell the story, when I meet an intern for the first time and I don't know anything about them, and maybe they're very, very new to working, the first thing that I'll assign them is probably like an organizational project. Oftentimes it's like a messy inventory closet. And I say, have all the fun in the world, organize this in a way that is logical, and then explain to me why you organize it in this way. The best interns take this job very, very seriously for whatever reason. In my mind, I'm taking it seriously because how someone is able to do this job to me informs how they would do anything that's higher stakes. So meaningful work doesn't mean that someone has to start off at a nonprofit organization writing a grant. that's a bit of a leap, right? Unless that's a specialized skill of the person. It can really be anything as long as there is some plan and insight being drawn on that is going to lead to the client or participant kind of like, you know, garnering some type of value, some type of practical skill after the internship is done. The way that interns are selected is very much like you would select individuals in the open market, except that we're the organization sourcing all of your candidates. So what we usually do is once we have received that internship or job description from you or some type of statement of need, we'll then look at who we have, you know, available on our roles, who are of individuals who are available for internship placement, and we'll share a number of candidates' resumes with you that we feel like might fit the position. At that point, it's the receiving organization's job to decide who they actually want to move forward with taking the time to interview or screen. And all we ask is that you let us know who it is you'll be getting in contact with so that we can just keep track of who's still in the pipeline and who isn't, right? After that, once you've completed your screenings and interviews, you would just notify us of who you actually want to move forward with. And that could be one intern, it could be 2 interns. It really depends on what you feel like your capacity to supervise an intern is within projects or programs, you know, in the organization. And then just some other key information, the duration of the internship is generally 12 weeks with an option to extend to 24 weeks. So 3 months with an option to extend to 6 months. The stipend is $520 per month. And again, it's an educational stipend. So for our clients, it doesn't impact their budgets with respect to public benefits. Location of the internship could be remote, in person, or hybrid. It's really up to the host organization and what they feel like is best suited for their need. And the participant education level is generally not going to be lower than a high school diploma. So the majority of clients that we're sending out do have a high school diploma or equivalent, but there are also interns that have associate's degrees to PhDs, and we deal with a very, very diverse population of clients. So the option for a multilingual intern is also a strong possibility. Okay. I'm gonna stop sharing for a second. I see that there are messages in the chat. Oh, no, not for me. Okay. Does anyone have any questions?
Yes, this is Sebastian from the Brooklyn Community Recovery Center, Phoenix House. I have one question. Thank you first for your presentation, all the wonderful resources that's available and what you're doing with at your organization. That's amazing. I appreciate that. What I was wondering is that if an intern doesn't have the skills that your organization can provide employment opportunities, do you secure contracts with different organizations that can connect them with job placement?
Yes. So we'll have individuals who may go through programming and for whatever reason, maybe they have a longer timeline as it pertains to digital literacy. Like those certifications are not hard. I mean, those certifications are not always the easiest thing for people to achieve in obtaining. So we will, collaborate with other organizations that will give them a better fit support with respect to accessing resources and training, and also other organizations that are working on job placement that make more sense for them. A lot of our training focuses on helping people kind of get their foot in the door in administrative roles. But if that's something that's more of a long-term plan for people, then we can help them find a job doing a lot of different things. It doesn't necessarily just have to be an administrative role in an office.
Right. I asked that because I was working with an organization about for 3 years, and what they do is they actually train the individuals in a particular area and skills that they need training with, but they have contracts like it's a construction company. And
Mm,
once we give them the training for their OSHA 30, I make a phone call. The next day they are hired off the bat. No talking, no discussion, just they hire them because they trust that we went through the process of getting them prepared. And one
mhm.
more question that I have is that what about if they have any came in contact with the criminal justice organization? If they have a felony or criminal record, does that preclude them from the opportunity to get these resources and support?
No, no. So, I mean, at Sanctuary, survivors come with a lot of different, um, backgrounds, and a number of them are criminal legal system, either currently involved or previously involved. Um, it- I will be honest, there are some career tracks, for which getting hired with a criminal justice history is very, very challenging. Um,
Yes.
but there are other there's other administrative work where, there are organizations that welcome lived experience, which is how they're like contextualizing it now. Um, and when we're working with the individuals that we're working with, for whom that's the case, we focus on connecting them to employers and helping them prepare themselves to interview with employers that, are interested in hiring individuals who, may have a criminal legal history, but, you know, they've been released, they've done their time, you know. Um, we also offer, career development advice around how to contextualize experience that you've gained while incarcerated, because that's, it's a trickier thing to manage. Um, uh, I'm sure Reed didn't mention this because why, but there's a whole department at Sanctuary that works with pro bono lawyers to help, um, uh, kind of achieve clemency for individuals who have been incarcerated as a result of their experience of domestic violence. It's called the Incarcerated Gender Violence Survivors, Initiative.
Right.
So we're definitely delving more deeply into that work over time. And oftentimes the way that lawyers are getting clemency or a reduction in sentencing for these individuals that are, currently incarcerated, is to say that when they leave, they'll be connected with the economic empowerment program. So
Mhm.
we just kind of get worked into their parole plan.
Just one more point, and I want to give the respect and space for everyone else. I see a lot of hands in the area. Um, we was working with them with like the certificate of disability, but it's a process before the certificate of disability is granted, and it's like a shot in the dark. A
Mm.
person can be clear of any criminal activity once they release from incarceration, but it have to be a considerable amount of time, like 3 years. And in 3 years, inflation is going up, the cost of living is going up, times are getting hard, they need to pay bills, and this will cause the recidivism rate to increase because they're
Yes.
being pursued through the criminal justice system for job opportunities. So I was just thinking about an idea that just came to me
Mm-hmm.
just this moment, and maybe there could be something, it's called, I'm just giving it a name, called a waiver, that we can request a waiver for people to have criminal history contact with the criminal justice system in the process of them being developed with your organization, that the organizations that's considering hiring them through the criminal justice system, they'll waive any discriminatory practices.
Yeah, like having them check a box or background check or anything like this.
No, let's say, okay, when the person fill out an application for an organization, it has to go to the criminal justice system to see if they get employed, and the criminal justice system will contact the organization and say yes or no, right?
Mm.
But when the process is in play, there should be a consideration for them to still secure that job because it's no telling when they're going to grant it or not. So
Mm-hmm.
we can create something called a waiver. They can waive the discriminatory practices from the criminal justice system and allow them to still secure employment until they finish the program. Make sense?
Until, I want to make sure that I'm understanding you, Sebastian. The waiver would be for individuals who are seeking employment, or the internship?
Both.
Both.
Both. Yeah. Because in
I
the
mean,
process of them doing an internship, they could have a criminal record, and there's no guarantee that they're going to get the job because
right,
of the
exactly.
right,
Because
right.
that's how the
So
systems is, the program is designed that we don't need anyone to promise to give the client a job. We're just looking for the experience, right?
right,
Yeah.
but it sets them up for failure, and it's discouraging. We can't promise them anything, but we can reassure them that we're fighting for them to secure employment. And that's why I keep saying this waiver thing. For instance, with this organization, right, it was just a big thing where peer support specialists was doing the job of crisis counselors, but they
Mhm.
wasn't getting crisis counselors paid. So a
Oh,
lawsuit was brought on, and the CEO got fired, the program director got fired, the president of HUH got fired because they were discriminating against the peer support specialists. So what
yes.
they have done is request a waiver that
Mm,
they don't need right now, even today. It just happened last month. So no longer do peer support specialists need to have an associate's or bachelor's degree to get a job as a crisis counselor. So 60% of them are now crisis counselors that was peer support specialists
wow, that's
because of
amazing.
the waiver. Right.
Mhm.
So we could put a waiver. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm so sorry. It's taking up a lot of time. And I know everybody else got something to say,
Question,
but it,
email me
yeah,
and we can
yeah.
set a meeting
Let's
up
talk.
offline for
Okay.
sure. Because
All
I'd
right.
love to
I'm sorry.
think about this.
Appreciate everybody's being very patient with me. I'm sorry. Let me shut
Ron,
up.
yeah, Rhonda, I see your hand.
Good afternoon. I'm inquisitive. The 520, is that our responsibility or?
No, Sanctuary covers the cost of that $520. So, we have private funding from individuals that are interested in specifically supporting our clients' ability to secure living wage employment. And one thing that like those funds do is one, it's disposable income for clients to use whichever way they choose, just connected to their participation in any programming. So for us, for the internship, it's $520 a month. For other parts of the program, it's $300 a month. Essentially, as the participant is more responsible for their own performance outside of the confines of like the program's watchful eye, they're given more funding to support their ability to do their program engagement successfully.
Did you put your information in the chat? Because I'm looking for an intern to do research.
Yes,
So please give me that.
I can do you one better. I'm gonna put my information in the chat, but I am also going to just quickly add a link that should allow you to reach out and just have a meeting with Reed and I, a short one, so that we can chat about what your needs are. Copy link. There you go. So you should be able to access my calendar with that.
Thank you.
Hmm?
I appreciate you.
Of course, you're welcome. Claudia?
Hi everyone. Thank you so much for the presentation. It was really good. I work for Canva for Women's Prevention Services, and we have a pretty big like immigrant or like recently arrived group of women that are looking to enter the workforce. They sometimes have like work permits or all these things, but unfortunately, formal education doesn't like always translate here.
Mm.
Like you can't always like transfer your credits here, even if they do have like degrees or anything from their home countries. So I'm wondering if there's like bilingual services or if there's like placements that are for Spanish speakers, kind of like.
Yes. The short answer is that we do have in the summer we run a program that focuses on professional development, and it's taught in Spanish. Those clients they get access to the same like technology resources that clients would in some of our like more robust programming. But essentially it provides an overview of professional development to individuals that are looking to either work or just focus on income attainment in other more creative ways because they don't have work authorization. It's taught virtually. Clients get a laptop when they participate, as well as Wi-Fi access. half of the day, it covers an overview of professional development, and the other half of the day is practical training on Microsoft Word and Excel, also in Spanish. If you email me, I can send you the link for to refer clients to that program. We're running it in the summer. We have 60 seats available, and right now 30 seats are full. And there's work authorization is not required for that training, just that you speak Spanish because you need to understand what's being said.
Okay, amazing. Thank you so much. Sounds great, and I will be emailing you.
Okay, fabulous.
Thank you.
Yeah. Karen?
Yes, hi, I'm sorry, you might have mentioned this, but I'm wondering, how long is the internship and is it extended? Does it have to stop at a certain amount of time? Or if the person isn't getting it, or we decide the person is fabulous? You know, how long is it? And when does it start? When are you looking for it to start, or is it an ongoing cycle?
I'll take your questions backwards. So we have interns that we usually have interns that are ready for placement around the summer and fall months, and then around the winter and spring months. Sometimes there's a bit of a lull while we're running like the first 2 phases of programming because people aren't ready yet. But essentially we can place interns on a rolling basis. In the event that like you get somebody and they're not a good fit, we can pull them from the internship. We would work together to communicate to the intern the lack of fit. You could choose to take a different intern at that point in time. You could choose to take a little bit of a break and, you know, do all the work that you wanted the intern to do yourself and then bring them in at a different time. You know, we can really be flexible about this. Internships last 12 weeks initially with the option to extend for another 12 weeks. So we're looking at like a maximum of 6 months in which we've had employers who had decided, you know, we just want to do an internship. We don't have any jobs to offer, or we're doing this because we want to look to hire somebody, but we want to try them out first. And you can hire someone in the midst of an internship. That doesn't, you know, that doesn't impact, you know, our planning or budgeting at all.
It's fabulous, thank you. Just one little follow-up question. Do organizations have to be nonprofits in order for you to place them?
No, we've
You
worked.
are the bomb.com. That's
Yeah,
it.
we've worked with nonprofits. We've worked with community-based organizations. We've worked with for-profit organizations. I mean, our internship placements span everything from Fresh Air Fund to Wilmer Hale, which is like a white shoe law firm. Because the clients are basically picking from 6 different tracks of employment, all focused on admin, they can go a lot of places. I mean, we've had interns at Turner Construction before, individuals who were interested in specifically construction admin, right? So not like always wearing the Timbs to the construction site, but like they would carry the Timbs in their bag and they would change back when they had to go back to the office. So yeah, it's hospitals as well. Yes. Financial institutions too. You know, it really runs the gamut. Just a heads up that if anybody wants to use that link to set up another follow-up meeting with Reed and I, you can all click that special Calendly link to find time available. We love having meetings, especially when they amount to clients getting placed in internships, clients getting jobs. You know, that's really our focus. Oh, the other thing I wanted to mention, the reason why we're focusing so much on internships is because we have seen in our data that individuals that do internships are 85% likely to then be placed, either at the organization that is hosting their internship or at some other organization, you know, who has seen this active element on their resume and is like, oh my gosh, you know, I want to work with this person. So it's a huge, it provides real mutual aid, honestly, to the receiving organization and to the intern. Rhonda?
Yes, good afternoon.
So I wanted to know what are the ages?
Ages.
Yeah.
So the easy answer is 17 to as old as someone wants to be and or has to be and is still working. At times we've had individuals that have finished high school very quickly because they wanted to and like went and got their GED, and then they wanted help finding a job and they've joined the program and they've been a little younger. But generally, you know, we would say 17 to 17 plus. The only caveat that we have at Sanctuary in working with a client is that they have to be a survivor of domestic or gender-based violence. So they can have a lot of other stuff going on in their background. They can, you know, gender is a spectrum. They can have, you know, various gender identities. None of that comes into consideration. It's just, are they a survivor? And the services are for them. Rhonda, did you have a second question or? Probably not.
Yeah, I don't think she did. Sarah, thank you so much. We appreciate you hopping on to explain about your program. Reed, thank you as well. And yeah, I'm just glad we were able to make this happen. Seems like you made a lot of great connections.
Yes, amazing. Thank you so much, Lamika, for inviting us. And again, as I said, please feel free to be in touch with, and I'm gonna save the chat because that's a smart thing to do. Thank you all so much for your time and consideration. And please feel free to get in touch with Reed and I either via email or to just kind of like pop yourself on our calendar, look at using that Calendly link because it jumps a lot of steps. And then we can just, you know, get down to the work.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, we're going to continue with our next presenter. Okay, Edlin. Oops, sorry. Edlin, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, great.
So yes, guys, so our next presenter will be Melissa Clark from the Clean Energy Program. Is it two presenters for this one?
Yes.
Okay,
two.
also we'll have, I don't want to mispronounce, Yana Rivera Mato from NOEP Coordinator, Canva.
Thank you. Okay, Melissa, would you like to share your screen?
No. So unfortunately, I don't have a PowerPoint for you guys. We signed up pretty late yesterday, but what I will do for you is attach my flyer to the chat, which explains a little bit of what I do in my program and also has contact information if anybody is interested in reaching out to me.
Okay.
So that is it. Again, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Melissa Clark. I represent Canva's Clean Energy Program. It is a pretty new program here, but we are a pretty seasoned organization. Canva is pretty known for all their social services throughout the Brooklyn area. East Flatbush is a big part of that. A lot of the social services that we do are just, you know, to get our clients on a better track in life. However they come to us, we try to leave them better. My program specifically works with the clean energy, and there are a ton of different opportunities, whether you be a landlord, a homeowner, a client who's just looking for assistance with billing, if you've fallen behind on your bills, things like that. We also assist in HEAP applications. They usually go hand in hand with Jaina's SNAP program. Reason being is to qualify for a lot of the assistance that my program does, you have to have some sort of other governmental program assistance. So Con Edison currently has an affordability program, but again, to qualify for that program, you must be receiving HEAP, SNAP, SSI, some sort of federal public housing and or Head Start. Now, sometimes that can be tricky because oftentimes clients who are living in NYCHA apartments or Section 8, things like that, don't actually pay for those services such as light or gas. But we still do have a lot of people who fall into the categories that could use some help. I know that was a lot of information for that program specifically, but I can also drop a screenshot of that eligibility in the chat for you guys. As far as the HEAP goes, HEAP during the winter months usually assists with gas. So what would happen is a client would come in and they would want to apply for HEAP. HEAP would then, if they are approved, to give them a small deposit in the amount of anywhere from 50 up to 500, depending on what the client's needs are and what they are eligible for in assistance with their gas bill. That deposit is on their EBT card, which they would be able to use as cash. Now, during the summer months, we have an air conditioner program that is actually going on right now, and it's pretty new. Not many clients know about it, but it's a really simple program application, really simple process. I would apply for them, but what I've learned in my process is that they are more likely to get approved faster if they have young children or elderly people in the home. So I try to pitch that specifically to them, and they may see me on Monday, and by the next Friday, they have already been met with a person from a specific vendor, and they install their air conditioner, take the box and everything. The client doesn't have to do anything at all. As far as the partnership that we have with NYSERDA, that can be a little lengthy. And again, I don't want to overwhelm you guys. I'll just go over it briefly. And if you have any questions, you feel free to reach out to me. But in partnership with NYSERDA, we offer clean energy jobs and training. We also offer heat pumps, clean energy workforce. We do a lot of things with the job fairs, solar energy, renewable energy, volunteer opportunities. The list definitely goes on. And I can send that link over as well. And what that link will provide is just a form where anyone can fill out their first and last name, their contact information, and just let us know exactly what they're interested in. And based on their interests, somebody will follow up with them to give them whatever information they need. Can you send the link for the AC installation vendor? So no, I can't send you the link for the AC installation vendor. The AC process is through HEAP. So you have to apply for HEAP. And then once HEAP approves you, they have a list of vendors that they use depending on the borough that you are in. So based on the borough that you are in, they have a list of vendors, and I'm not sure how they select the vendors, but HRA will select the vendor and get in contact with you or the client to see to it that you are at home at the time that the vendor needs to come in and install the air conditioner. So I don't actually have a link for the vendor installation. It's actually through HRA. I can definitely leave my email though. I think that's pretty much it. Does anybody have any questions for me? All right, that is my email.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Rhonda. So you have to be on SNAP, Medicaid, and in the HEAP program?
So to be eligible for the Energy Affordability Program with Con Ed, you do have to be a part of some type of governmental assistance program. So it can be HEAP, it can be Medicaid, it can be Head Start, it can be SNAP, you can be receiving SSI. It doesn't have to be all of them, but you have to be a part of at least one of them.
One of them. Okay. And Dag, I had another question. I'll take your information. I'm gonna take your information down. And because I had another question about, so if I guess my question is, if they're not in one of those programs, do y'all do discounts?
So if they're not a part of any of these programs, but they do need assistance.
Yes, I'm just asking for the New Yorkers. You know, you do have some folks that come, you know, for foreigners, and they don't have certain things, but they're still able to live and pay for electricity and stuff. That's why I asked.
Of course. So these are just a few of the options that we have. We do offer a ton of other bill pay assistance. And the way that you can get that is through our intake form. So I'm going to drop the link for that intake form here. And a client would just sign up and let them know what the needs are. And based on their needs, again, and the information that they provide, somebody will, you know, go through the client's information, see what they actually are eligible for, and somebody from the specific program that they are able to receive services from will reach out to them.
Okay, thank you so much.
Of course, and that depends if, you know, the client is behind on a bill or just needs assistance moving forward. Sometimes they want to make sure that even if they are able to clear your bill, that you will be able to maintain the bill moving forward. So there are a lot of different eligibility requirements, which is why they usually prefer for the client to fill out that form so they know exactly what the client's situation is.
I understand. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Thank you. I have a quick question. Maybe you mentioned it, but I've been having some sound issues. When the person is behind on the utility bills, like for Con Edison, and we've told them reach out to see if they're eligible for any benefits, like low income, like you shared, based on having one of those government benefit programs, right? If they owe those arrears, but now they find out that they should have been having some kind of discount on the utility bill, does Con Edison kind of like cut back or take away what they would have owed based on the discount, or do they still have to pay it?
So that's a really good question.
That makes sense.
They probably
sorry.
They're not gonna backdate the discount.
Why not?
They don't backdate the discount. I'm not sure why. What I've seen in my past, I've had clients who have had a bill and I did enroll them in that affordability program. And though they gave them the discount moving forward, they just happened to set them up on a payment plan for the bill that they already had. Now that can get a little tricky because the payment plan, sometimes, you know, it's still a little high, but then we kind of layer the assistance in which we have another program where we may have funding that we can use for that client, where we can take that money and clear their bills. So moving forward, they're just starting with a fresh slate and paying the bill with the discount. So it really just depends on what we have available at that time. And again, the client's situation. But no, Con Ed is not going to backdate that discount.
But okay, thank you.
Of course.
Thank you, Melissa. That was great information.
Of course. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a good afternoon.
You too. Is it Yaina?
Jaina.
Jaina. Sorry about that. Are you
It's
ready?
okay, yes. Well,
Okay.
again, as Melissa mentioned, we do not have a presentation. We was informed a little late. I am from Canva, nonprofit organization, as she explained. We do
Yaina,
have,
are you able to open your camera so we can see you? Is that
yeah,
possible?
sure. Give me
Okay.
one
Thank you
second.
so much.
Hold on one second.
Thank you.
Oh, hi. So my name is Jaina Rivera Camacho. I am the NOAP coordinator here at Canva. Is the Nutritional Outreach Educational Program. I help people apply for SNAP. I do recertifications. I do mediations if clients need help, if they close in their cases. My program is all based on SNAP. We do help citizens, permanent residents, non-citizens. It's all based on different qualifications. Some people don't have socials. As long as they are in the eligibility desk aid that we have, even if they don't have a social and they, let's say, come into the border, they're able still to apply if they apply for work authorization. If they parole to like leave the United States within a year. We do have a lot of our clients that are coming in right now are on parole. Most of them are Haitian entrant, Ukrainians. We do have citizens, seniors. Everything is based on income. So whether you work or not, you may still qualify. We do pre-screenings to see if they do qualify depending on the income. Usually when they're elderly or disabled, they are put on the highest guideline that we have. So as long as they don't exceed it, they will still get the benefit. Recertifications, we do that. It's usually done every 6 months to a year. For seniors, it's taken right now like maybe 3 to 5 years. We do also help parents who are non-citizens that have citizen children apply for their children. But even if they are working and they non-citizens and have a citizen child, income is still viewed by them, by HRA. Cases are taking anywhere from 30 days to 45 days right now because the amount of applications they are receiving. And a lot of the documentations, they are also reviewing now by uploading them. My process is to fax the documents. Sometimes if it's very little documents that they may need and I have time, I do upload them so that they can approve them faster. I do advise my clients to upload it themselves, aside from me faxing them so they could get approved faster too. So that's basically what I do here at Canva. My program is just only based on SNAP, which is food stamps, as many people may know. So if you guys have any questions, please let me know.
Yeah, sure. How you doing? Thank you.
Good, and
Thank you.
you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Now, when you said parole, could you please clarify? Because the first thing when somebody says parole, I'm thinking somebody who's incarcerated. Is that what you meant?
No, it's not. Haitian entrant parolees are the Haitians who are coming into the country. They put them on a parole status. They stamp their passport as they paroled. It's like a time frame they give them to be in the United States. They give them work authorization and things like that until they approve with their TPS.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you for asking that because they would have been a little confused too. Anybody else have any questions? By the way, on the chat, I did provide my information, my phone number, my extension, my email. If anybody has any questions or you may know someone who needs help with SNAP, I only do SNAP. I don't do cash assistance. And we only service the Brooklyn area.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All righty, thank you for sharing that wonderful information the two of you shared. We're going to continue with our presentation for today. Okay, so some of you may have been on with us I want to say it was 2 months ago. We had someone from ACS come and they explained a community partnership membership survey that we are encouraging our members to partake in. And I actually wanted to carve out time right now. If you have not already, please scan the QR code and complete the survey. I'm actually going to put the link to the survey in the chat as well. And I want to give some time for people to complete it. It's extremely important for us to gather data and, analyze the data and really just see what you all think about the work of the partnerships. So if you have already done this, you definitely don't need to do it again. But if you have not, we will highly encourage you to take some time, go through the survey. I'm actually going to pull it up on the screen so you can see what the questions are. Okay.
Can you please put the link in the survey? Because I'm not able to take a picture at the moment.
Yeah, I just put it in the chat. Did you get it? It's in the chat now.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I'm going to check right now because I'm just using my phone for the service.
Okay.
It's a little bad outside.
No problem. Let me know if you don't see it. No, it's okay. No problem. And I'm going to just share my screen. Well, not share my screen. Go to the survey so you all can see it and what it looks like really quickly. Cindy, I saw your message, but I don't understand it. I got to take a minute and read what you wrote. I'm sorry. So this is the survey. Let me
Lameka,
share.
can I ask you a question while you're pulling it up?
Yes.
If you participate in more than one partnership, what do you do?
Yes, someone asked that question before. And so what you would do is just click off which partnership you want to complete the survey for this time. So yes, you can submit it.
Of course, you're the best. The other ones are fake copies to copy you.
Well, this is recorded. You gotta share the love. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. But yes, if you have already completed it for a partnership, you can definitely still do it again and just click off which one you're filling it out for. Yeah, you can do it more than once. So this is the survey. This is what it looks like. I know we don't normally do things like this during our meeting, but it's that important that I wanted to allot time for it. So I'm actually gonna stop talking for a little while so you guys can complete the survey. Don't leave, complete the survey, and then we'll do our partnership updates. So if you can kind of just put in the chat, put me if you actually are in and you are filling it out. I want to see some me's in the chat. That would encourage me. Thank you. Thank you, Karen. Karen said me. Thank you. Thank you, Claudia. Appreciate you. Cindy Reed. Okay, I'm going to take this call from Cindy while you guys are filling out the survey. I'm here. Give me one moment. Jacqueline, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Okay, Gilda, you filled that out already? No problem. Thank you. Okay, Luz, thank you so much. Anyone else completing the survey? You can type me in the chat, let me know. Really appreciate it. And those of you who, for whatever reason, if you're, not able to, you can't complete it now, it's totally fine. I just would love the majority of you to do it. You can definitely do it at a later time if that's better for you, where you just can't do it right now. Natasha, thank you so much. Philip, thank you so much. And then in that same vein, when you are done, you can just put done in the chat. That will help me to know that we can continue.
Can you send it to us again? Because some
Yes.
reason I was clicking, I was actually doing it, and then
Yes.
it just, I guess I pressed something and it logged me off.
No problem. I just put it back in. There you go,
Okay,
Charlene.
thanks.
You're welcome. And again, thank you everyone for participating. I appreciate it. Okay, so either we're saying me, we're completing it, or we're saying done when we're done. Thanks, Philip. Philip is done. Thanks, Lennis. Appreciate you. Claudia, thank you. Edwina, thank you so much.
I'm so sorry. You're gonna have to send it to me via email because I don't know. I'm joining by my phone, so I'm not
Okay.
sure what's happening.
No
So
problem.
when
I'll
you
send
send
it
it
to
to
you
me in
right
my
now.
email, I'll complete it
Okay.
then.
Okay,
Thanks.
no problem. I'll send it to you right now. Okay, I'm gonna wait until I see about 6 more dones, and then we have another presenter that would like to share during today's meeting. We're gonna allow them the space to do that because we do have some time remaining. So when I get 6 more dones, we'll transition to our next presenter. And again, thank you so much, everyone. Charlene, I just sent the link to you via email, okay?
Thanks.
You're welcome. Okay, Natasha, I missed it. You said done. Thank you. Karen, thank you so much. Actually, I looked at the numbers. I don't need 6 more. I need like 2 more dones, and then we can transition. All right, Jackie, thank you. One more done. All right, Robert. Woohoo! Thank you so much, everyone. Appreciate you. So we are going to transition. We have another presentation for you. Just give me one moment. Okay, we have, is it L'Oreal Porter? Did I pronounce it correctly? Oh, actually,
She's
Tabia?
Tabia.
Tabia, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm not sure where L'Oreal is. I will send her a message.
Okay.
But in the meantime, I could get the presentation started.
That would be great. Thank you. We appreciate you for that. And are you able to turn on your camera so we can see you?
Yes, one moment.
Okay, great. And do you need to share your screen?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, I just made you co-host. You can start whenever you're ready.
Okay. Let me know if you can see this.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tabia Beckett, and I'm here speaking on behalf of the Earth app by Narrative Nation. So let me just go back. We capture the lived experience and improve maternity care for Black and Brown women using our digital platform. It's like a Yelp-like review app, the first of its kind, by a Black woman, and it's for Black and Brown women. And what we do is we are attempting to combat racism in these institutions that are servicing us. And Don? Is everyone aware of the maternal death rate for Black women and that it is 243% higher for us than it is for white women? Is everyone aware of those statistics?
Unfortunately, yes.
Okay, so what we know is that anti-bias trainings aren't working. So we are doing evidence-based research and getting the maternal mortality review boards to analyze from the grave. Well, that is what is currently being done. We want to help hospitals and payers and providers learn from the living, because unfortunately, the mortality is where they learn what they should have done differently. And unfortunately, a lot of the deaths are preventable. So we are a digital tool for birth justice and health equity. And we review OBGYNs, birthing hospitals, pediatricians, and this app was created specifically for Black and Brown parents. On the back end, we turn qualitative experiences into quantitative data, and we work directly with hospitals and providers to address blind spots. And with this real-time patient and these real-time insights, we detect trends and we reward providers with strong reviews. And then for hospitals or institutions or providers that are scoring not so high, we partner with them and give them an opportunity to do better by our people. So we accept reviews from mothers, fathers, doulas. Like I said, we take the prenatal experience, the birthing experience, we review postpartum experiences, and of course, pediatric, because what happens to the parent happens to the child. And we are currently in English, Spanish, Creole, and Somali in development. So we decode the bias and we unearth the frequency and patterns of negative and positive behaviors, not just what happened, but how did it happen? And this is an insight on some of our most popular experiences across the board of bias: lack of eye contact, dismissing pain levels. Some people are even being scolded and yelled at in the birthing room. The top attitudes experienced: ignored or refused requests for help, their pain levels were dismissed, physical violence, and assumptions based on racial stereotypes. So We drive systems to change by our hospital partnerships, which is an 18-month program that we combine in-depth community engagement and review collection. And we basically hold that hospital accountable to change for the duration of our program with them. And we acknowledge the leaders and the laggards and spark a race to the top. Sorry. We are currently collaborating with Alameda County Public Health Department, San Francisco, Rhode Island. We have a national partnership with the March of Dimes. We have state pilots in development with the Louisiana Perinatal Quality Collaborative. These are just some examples. Our current hospital partners in Detroit, we have St. John's Hospital. In Philadelphia, we're currently partnered with Temple Hospital, Temple University Hospital, and in Brooklyn, Brookdale University Hospital and Medical Center. So we work with health systems and community power, and our birth workers are our ambassadors who are our eyes and our ears for our program, because they work directly with the birthing parents to help us bridge the gap and get that feedback that we need. So everyone is talking about doulas, but no one is talking about the actual doulas. We have an ambassadorship program. So it is an intervention within an intervention. So as you know, doula and having doulas at births is becoming popular. Medicaid recently started doing payouts for that and supporting families in that way. And then the second degree of that is that our doulas now encourage the birthing parents to leave reviews in our app. There's a monthly stipend. We work directly with mental health therapists, and we support our doulas through mental health therapy and our speaker series for personal and professional development. This is us and some of our ambassadors, as you can see, in New York, Philadelphia, Atlanta, and New York. Our vision is the good housekeeping of approval for Black and Brown birthing people, kind of like a seal. We want to be seen as the IRF-approved institutions across the nation. So how can we help? You can help by spreading the word about our app, and you can download it directly from your app stores, Google Play, and on Apple, the App Store. And this is our founder, Kimberly Seals Allers, in the yellow, and Solara Spleen, head of quality improvement and systems change, who is working directly with the hospitals and holding them accountable. And you can scan this QR code here to download it and spread the word yourself. And if you'd like to sign up for our newsletter, I will put that directly in the chat. Does anyone have any questions?
I don't have a question, but I'm so excited to know that Kimberly is behind this. She interviewed me years ago for an article in Ebony magazine. So this is exciting. Tell us congratulations.
Oh, wow. I will.
Nice.
Yes, yes. She has done Ebony, Forbes, she's Essence, you know.
Yes, she's amazing.
Now this is her baby. This is her newest creation. It's a 3-year-old application.
Beautiful.
And so right now, what we are looking for is any events in our target zip code in Brooklyn. So that's why we're here, to also see what you all have going on and if we can share. We are big on data sharing at the moment. So if anyone would like to reach me, I will put my email in the chat. And that's it for me.
I'm sorry, did you say the app is free?
Yes, it's a free app. Absolutely free. Any other questions?
Do we have any service providers on now that are connected with hospitals or clinics that you'd like to ask any further questions?
I'm not sure. I just joined.
Oh, no, not you. No, I was asking the participants. Sorry.
I'm gonna stop sharing. And how do I make you the host?
You don't have to do anything.
Okay.
You're good.
All right.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay, that was amazing. Thank you so much. All right, we're going to continue and go on to our program updates. Feel free at this point, if you'd like to share about what's going on in your world, we'd love to hear about it. It can be an event, it can be a need that you have. Feel free, unmute, and you can go for it.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're doing well. This is Tyrone McDonald from Nibbit Housing Services. Just a couple events that I would like to bring to your attention. On July the 9th, we're actually having our regular first-time home buying webinars. It's July 9th at 6 p.m. Also on July the 10th, we're just having a home insurance review webinar. No selling, just information. All right. Anybody had questions regarding their homeowner's policy? You know, they don't understand some of the lingo. Are they paying too much? What's covered and so forth. And that's on Wednesday, July the 10th from 12 p.m. to 1:30. I would post the flyers in the chat. All right, for your enjoyment. And then lastly, on Thursday, June the 11th, we're actually having a renters insurance workshop. That's at 6 p.m. Once again, no selling, just information. As you know, fires have been a major thing this year and also last year. So we're just going to talk about, what's covered in renters insurance, how premiums are calculated, the pros and cons of renters insurance, and so forth. All right. If any questions, you can always also go to our website at nhsbrooklyn.org, and I will post all these items in the chat. Thank you very much. Over and out.
Thanks, Tyrone. Anyone else would like to share a program? Oh, Charlene, I see you. Go ahead.
Okay, all righty. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I'm sorry. Uh-oh. Are we okay? I'm still here. So my announcement today is just announcing our July and August webinars. We have a couple of webinars coming up in July on one, safeguarding and how to reduce exposure to contaminated soil, and summer safety from the Poison Control Center. That will be done in Spanish. We also have our lead poisoning prevention and our window guard safety, which will be done in Bengali. And then in August, we will continue with our falls prevention for older adults, our window guard safety and medicine safety for parents. It will be done in Spanish, and our lead poisoning prevention will be webinar. So it's open to the community, and please join. I did put my contact information in the chat, so you could definitely reach out to me. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Sebastian, would you like to go next?
Yes, thank you. Again, I'm Sebastian. I'm one of the SERPA's peer support specialists here at the Brooklyn Community Recovery Center here in Brooklyn, 20, New York. And some of the resources that we have available for our community, if y'all know anyone that's in the borough that's in need of food and clothing, we give out food every day. Only thing they have to do is walk to the door, ring the bell, come in and let us know that they are hungry. We will go prepare a bag for them. That is every day. It's all free of charge. We give them free underwear, free socks, free t-shirts, free underwear, socks, and t-shirts, give them free cosmetics, all for free. Only thing they have to do is walk into the facility and we'll prepare those bags for them. We also provide Narcan training. So any of the organizations that's in need for us to come out and do a Narcan training and raise awareness on the dangers of opioids, addictions, and ODing, we are available to provide those services as well. In addition to that, they can walk in the door if anyone is struggling with substance abuse or mental health challenges. We have SERPAs here and peer support specialists here, always available. They can come in, we can give them coaching sessions and get them connected to resources. We have liaison linkage agreements with different organizations to get them connected to rehabilitation centers, recovery centers, detoxification centers, and work with them on long-term treatment plans. We also help them with their resumes, help them provide a job. We pair with them to courts to advocate for them, like any kind of resources in the community. that's available to help the reproductive members in society. We are here for them. We have Dr. Brown, which is our supervisor here. So we have a clinical component is needed because he's the doctor here on the staff that can help them. So we are here at 20 New York, Brooklyn, right across the street from the Restoration Plaza. My information is in the chat. All you have to do is give us a call and we can take it from there. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else would like to share program updates?
I have a question for Sebastian. The youngest age you post your naloxone training is for what? What's the youngest?
That's a good question. If they're pretty much 12 and up and they can understand how to use the devices, pretty much I pretty much don't discriminate. What I think with kids, they're brilliant. And you give them a cell phone, they can teach us things that we don't even know. So it's not a hard process to understand. And if they have preventive guidance that's with them, it's even better. So I think from the age of 12 and up, they're able to understand how to help save a life and reverse the ODing process.
Fabulous. And you give them kits? Because some people, pharmacists, they can't get them under 16, but
Yes,
under.
I'm not allowed to give any adolescent a kit. They have to be 17 and over in order for me to give them the kit. But any child can sit and understand how to training. If they can come from 5 and up, we can teach them how to do it with the parental guidance with them. We will give the Narcan kits to the mother because they're more responsible, or the dad. But we can't give them to the kids unless they're 17 and up. And yes, the Narcan kits are free. We have a grant with Source that we get them every day, pretty much. We have hundreds and hundreds of them. So when y'all take we allow us to give you the training, we will come out, do the training, and give every staff member or every person that's involved in the training free Narcan kits after the training. You also get certified that day, so you will be able to sign your certification and get your certificate after the training. Yes.
Thank you so much. Karen, would you like to go?
Yes, hi. I don't have resources to share. In fact, I'm looking for resources. Right now, our participant base that we're looking for is Haitian Creole. We've had an increase of in need for organizations that can support the Haitian Creole communication community. So if that is your storehouse, can you please let me know? Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Jacqueline, would you like to share?
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. Lots of informative information today, especially the, I guess, Sanctuary for Families and is it the doula? That's fascinating. Everything is good, but the Sanctuary for Families really stuck out for me in terms of ACS. But I'm here to talk about an event that we're having on August 11th. That's a Sunday, from 12:30 to 4 p.m. And it's actually in Brownsville, but we also have a location in East New York. It's Hope Center Development Corporation. And so we're expanding. And so we're having our first community fair with the Brownsville community in a location that we are currently at. So asking anybody who service Brooklyn to definitely come and table at our event. If you're interested, I put the information in the chat. There's a link you can fill out to fill out the application, letting us know how many chairs you need, if you need a table, and whatever we can do to accommodate you. But we would love for you to participate in this upcoming event. And Cindy, always a pleasure to work with Cindy. We've done many things in the past together, and we continue to do so. But, you know, I just see her picture. I don't see her live face, but I know she's there. So, hi, Cindy.
Someone asked if there's a fee to table.
Huh?
So sorry, someone asked if there's a fee to table at the event.
No, there's not. Everything's free. Everything's free. Free food, free activities and so forth. We just ask you to come on and share your information with the community.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank
Anyone
you.
else would like to share?
Will you share that information with Cindy so that she can share it with all of us?
Sure will. And I also put it in the chat as well.
Thank you.
No problem.
Okay, any other program updates?
There's no program or updates for me, but I have a question, a general question.
Sure.
And maybe someone can answer it from any of these organizations. It's just been bothering me for a while, and I'm not able to get the answer to this question. So I want to ask here. A lot of times we provide services for people that have education from GED and up, but no one provides services for people that don't have a GED. Is there any kind of way that collectively some of us can partner and see what we can do about helping people that don't have a GED to secure employment, or help them in the process of getting a GED while securing employment? Because everyone is always helping the person have a GED and up, but no one is helping the person that don't have a GED. So there's no opportunities for them, there's no job availability, and they're pushed to the wayside and forgotten about, and those are the ones that's turned into gang violence because no one's giving them opportunity. So how can any of us as an organization, any of us can collectively get together, and for those that don't have a GED, find a way to put a program together, help them get employment, even it could be internship, and we can pay them something, give them stipends, give them Metro cards, food, some type of incentive while they're in the process of securing that GED. It's just a general question. No one has to answer it, but if y'all come up with some ideas, my information is in the chat. I'd love to work with you to see how we can make this a reality.
Thank you. Charlene, was that question directed to Sebastian? It was, did you contact the library?
Yeah, because the library has GED programs, so maybe contact the library about that, about, if you have a list of, to contact someone. I know the Grand Army Plaza does have a GED program, and I'm sure there are other branches have it. So maybe, you could ask the partnership if about a contact for the library so that you could be connected with that. And as far as the internship, I'm not sure.
I know that I just texted the director for HCDC. I know they're having a job fair sometime next week. What I want to know is if they have a job fair that include people that don't have the credentials, such as a GED. So I hear what you're saying. Perhaps you're thinking of maybe a trade school program, or are you thinking of them actually getting a GED? Or are you talking about whatever their current situation is now and that they need a job? And they might
That's a good question. Let's take, for example, a mother that don't have a GED but has kids, that's married, struggling with rent, is in arrears. She has the ambition to go to trade school and acquire a certificate and a GED, but time is not on her side. No one is holding up these rent payments. These bills are still coming. She want to get her GED, but don't have the time to stop doing what she's doing to make that money. Unfortunately, it's sad to say, but some of them turn to the streets and do whatever they got to do to make money, to pay them bills, to survive. Because the getting to the GED is not the problem. The problem is, in the meantime, while they're in the process of earning a GED, how can income still come in to help pay with the bills and the responsibilities that keeping them in the situation that they're in? Because they don't have the time. They don't have the time to sit down and get the GED because the bills are still coming. And it's very frustrating. I talk to women and men about this all day in my counseling coaching sessions. And I'm not putting any names out there because it's confidentiality, but this is the reality that we are facing with our people today. Everybody doesn't have the opportunity to get a PhD, a master's degree. And if they did, time is not on their side for them to stop doing what they're doing in life to start studying for a GED. So there has to be some kind of way a program can be designed to still give them some type of incentive, some type of money to help them with a bill, to help them with rent while they're in the process of earning a GED, because they can't stop and start studying for a GED when the bills still have to be paid and they're facing eviction. And this is a dire situation. I'm dealing with a lot of my clients that are struggling with this. That's why I'm putting it out there like this.
Sebastian, thank you for clarifying. I heard you the first time, but as you restated, especially with I consider like a case study, right? Like, 'cause sometimes we'll take a situation that we're struggling with the East Flatbush Community Partnership, and we'll type it up and pose it to our partners and say, how can you help us solve this? So as you was talking about that person, it made me think of a case study. But I hear you, and I feel like I didn't hear you before. So thank you for reiterating it. And the thought that came to mind is, if we could potentially create something that would, I don't want to necessarily say pay the person to get their GED, because that's not what it is, but to supplement, right? Like to supplement the expenses that they have, to give them that space to be able to focus, I think would be great. And I'm just wondering, do you think any of those people would be interested in an entrepreneurial opportunity versus going to get a job?
Entrepreneur, can you explain a little bit more?
Sure. So do you think any of those people would be interested in potentially learning to become a business owner, right? Because my thing is, maybe, okay, so the GED typically is needed to get a job, right? So if they are not in a position to do that, maybe instead they could learn a skill or do something else where they can actually have their own business, so that they don't have to get a job, right? They can make their own job. So that's what I was trying to get at. Yeah.
No, that's a wonderful idea. The people that I work with are very ambitious, very talented. Some has ran their own businesses before. They ran clubs. They was landlords, but times fall, times get hard. People break up in relationships, and sometimes both of the people in the relationships is covering the expenses. And then when one go the other way, one is left with the lion's share of these expenses. There's all type of different scenarios, but just to focus on the main point is that in the process of getting that trade or learning to be an entrepreneur or studying for a GED, they still got to pay these bills.
Right. Yeah.
So like what you said, you don't want to use the word pay them to learn, but I think that's what we might have to do. There's a lot of money in these grants, and we are brilliant people here. We can create something, put a petition together, present it to the right people, even when it comes to the arrears. And like they called it, I forgot who was speaking about it, but it says backdate discount. Why can't we create a program where that bill can be flipped? If we all get together, these powerful organizations that we're here right now, we can make a change. But one of us can't do it. If we can just get together and put our name on a petition, we can get these bills passed. We can get the grants for them. They got grants for everything else. Why not a grant for people that's in limbo? I'm sorry, I'm getting really excited about it because I'm so passionate
No, it's
about
okay.
it.
We actually
And my
have
hands
a
is tied.
partnership.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
hands is tied. And there's so much I can do for them. So I'm
Yeah,
sorry. I'm
yeah.
let you go ahead.
No, it's okay. I appreciate you sharing. And that's what this space is for. I'm blanking out, Cindy, maybe you can help me, but we do have a partnership with an organization that actually trains people, and they pay them, and they kind of put them on the path to get a job, right? So that might be something that on the back end we can connect with you. So that is a resource for people who are trying to excel. So thank you. Everything you shared was important. Thank you.
Can you put that information to that organization in the chat for me? And I can
Yes,
reach
as
out
soon
to
as I
them and
remember
see.
which one it was.
Okay, I'm sorry, Tyrone.
Yeah, just one comment regarding the libraries. Even though the libraries, I know they do not provide stipends for people, but as far as their GED programs, it is more catered to people who are working. So yeah, they have that's their population in terms of dealing with them. So they are very sensitive to that, and so forth.
Yeah, I also wanted to add to what Mr. Sebastian is saying. Thank you for bringing that question up. I think it's an awesome question. It's a valid one because let's say an individual who hasn't completed their GED, they might feel demoralized, right? Like, okay, I'm hitting a wall here. I'm not going anywhere. There are various programs, you know, that I have interacted with. So if you can please give us your email address. I don't know if I saw it there. The Department of Education, I know the Queens Adult Learning Center, they do have programs. If the person doesn't want to do the GED, there are other alternatives. They teach them other things. CUNY, LaGuardia, I can also put you in contact with a person there that she knows a lot where to go. I know the airports, they're also hiring. They're desperate to hire. Every meeting that I attend networking, I hear the same thing, that the airports are hiring. And business owners, if they really don't have the drive to go back to school, we understand there are different levels of the person who is probably in that situation, right? If there might be a person who has all these wonderful skills to be a business owner. As a matter of fact, I received today some information. I'm going to forward it to you too, and to the group. It's from a bank, one of the banks. They're sponsoring a pitch deck. So if you do your pitch deck of your business, there are different amounts. There's one for 10,000, 15, 20,000, like that. So I'll be sharing that information. So yes, let's encourage everybody. The libraries also offer for you to become a business owner. There are many, many resources in this city, thank God. It's just that we don't know where to knock sometimes, but yes, there are resources. So I'm gonna see if your email is here.
Yes, Liz, I just sent it directly to you.
Oh, thank you so much. Okay, great. We'll be in contact.
Great. Any other program updates or questions? Okay.
Sorry, Lameka, I just see someone put in the chat something from the Mayor's Office of Immigration Affairs. We have 2 contacts that we've reached out to in the past, and we have a partner that has completed the form to request more to table at their event, but we haven't gotten a response, and it's been a few weeks. I know y'all busy, but I'm wondering if any advice on how to get a follow-up or something for that partner. They usually are good in responding. I'm not sure what's going on.
Hi, everyone can hear me?
Yes.
Hi, my name is Louis, and I'm from here, the Mayor Office of Immigrant Affairs. And I understand what you just mentioned, but feel free to reach out. And in that flyer, you're going to see there is all of the information that you need. And please use the hotline to call. And if you want to request anything, and someone will be in the office to answer you back.
Okay, could you please share your email, please?
Yes, I can directly give you my email. Just give me a second.
Thank you.
So I know Cindy's the one, you know, I reach out Cindy Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. she's the new Rolodex. But I'm just wondering, and some of you are too young to even know what that is. But I was wondering, you used to have a lot with the Commission on Human Rights when you all were in person and had the whole meals and stuff. But anyway, he used to come often. Do you have another person that's doing the your Human Rights Commission?
Yeah. Is she on today? She may not be on. Sure. I'll send that information over.
I know you will. She don't send you one option. She send you 3. So I'm excited. Like Christmas every time I get one of your emails. Thank you.
Thank you.
Karen, were you asking a question about you wanted to connect with an organization that's working with the Haitian community?
Mm-hmm. And I saw you put it in the chat.
I think Cindy can give you someone.
Now we are.
Like a real volunteer.
Giving Cindy's number out and stuff. Hey,
who am I connecting? Sorry, I missed that.
Yeah, she wants to be connected to an organization, correct me, Karen, that service the Haitian Creole community.
in general.
Yes, I was going to tell,
Okay,
see
sure.
if you
And
refer
Tyrone
her
just
to
provided
the
her,
one that you just did a presentation.
yes, okay, we'll do that. I'll send that. And Tyrone actually just put in our contact for the Commission of Human Rights. I'm gonna find her email right now and put it in the chat for you. But I also
Thank
sent an
you.
email. So I'm sending an email for that, Ms. Francisca, and the connection to a Haitian, a program that serves the Haitian population,
I
correct?
greatly appreciate it. And Tyrone, don't let me get your email, because if I can't get Cindy, I'm when you, Charlene, I already tagged you anyway.
Wonderful. I love to see connections like this happen. Okay, so we're gonna wrap things up for our meeting today. Okay, if you are not already, feel free to to follow us on social media. We're on Instagram and Facebook. Our handle is East Flatbush Partnership. Our next meeting is going to be on July 25th, virtually here on Zoom. And again, this is our catchment area. The zip codes are below: 11203, 11210, 212, and 226. So at this time, our meeting is officially over. We are going to keep the line open a few more minutes if any other connections need to be made. And I just want to say thank you again. I think this was a great, vibrant, resourceful meeting, and it would not be that case without you all being here. So thank you.
Cynthia, I'm gonna send you the link to our July and August webinars. It was just placed